Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to wherever you are across the globe. I want to thank you guys for, the opportunity of coming to you, and as well, it's just, you guys taking your time if you choose to watch. Yeah, we're almost to the end of the year. Um, but I want to, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the version of me I outgrew. And just tell you it's not all about business. Even though we always come to you early, in the mornings, and we're talking about, starting your own digital business if that's what you choose to do. But it really isn't all about business. At the end of the day, some of the things I think that we have gained from being in this space and opportunity is that you're finding out a little bit more about yourself, about who you are, about the things that truly inspire you, and the things that you didn't know, were deep down that you didn't know needed to come out. So I think I'm grateful for who I was, but I'm glad I have not stayed. You know, yes, I'm a little bit about me. I'm Pia from New York, previously in corporate merchandise planning. And I had been there for a little over 20 years, right? And so the space that I'm currently in, yes, it's digital marketing for affiliate marketing. But again, like I said, I'm grateful for who I was, but I'm glad I didn't stay her, because staying her for her, if you're happy where you are, that's one thing. But if you're feeling that little quiet nudge, that's something else, right? And for me, for a long time, I thought growth meant adding more effort, more patience, more explaining. Growth also means that I could leave things behind, not because they're wrong, but because, I'm finished with them. I've outgrown it just a little bit. And, that's what you have to come to respect about yourself, about, that new person that you're becoming, recognizing and being more aligned with who that person actually is. And so I think there's a version of me who held everything together. I showed up even when I was tired. I kept going without asking questions. I chose stability over curiosity. I chose to be quiet, but that didn't necessarily mean peace. And I followed the rules, because rules felt safe. That version of me kept things moving. I was always going, always on the go. And to protect the ways, I did so much to protect that I really didn't understand at the time. And that meant also that I was never putting myself first. She got the job done. That version of me got the job done and did everything that needed to get done. But there's a point where things just stop fitting, right? There's a shift. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't dramatic, but you notice it. Conversations are different. Your routines change, and you start pausing more. It's not because you're lazy, really, truly. We all go through certain things like that. It's not because we're lazy, but you feel as though, hey, is there more? You're meant for more, right? And what does that responsibility feel like? Because sometimes when you try to break out of that mold, it feels so restricted, right? It's new, but the way you feel is so uncomfortable when you are trying to break into a new place, become a new version of yourself. And I stayed the way I was in comfort for far too long. Not because I didn't know better, but because, letting go felt like, okay, did I just lose everything? Am I a complete failure? I almost felt like, okay, I wasn't honoring all the struggles that I had gone through. Sometimes you just have to let things go when they need to be. You need to take. It's like you need. Sometimes you take mental health days. You just need to divorce yourself from the old self. You need to be more content. You need to grow, and know that in your growing, that's not a guilt. You don't need to feel guilty about it. It's honest, and so sometimes letting go does not look bold. It can just be calm. It can be you just changing the way you focus and your alignment. You stop explaining that, oh, I need this space, and you just start doing. Yes, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, you crave that moment of familiarity, those things that you always used to do that allowed you to work smoothly, as efficiently. But when you're in a new space, sometimes that feels a little daunting. Like, oh, I don't know. You start questioning everything. Do I really know what I know? And you do, it's just that it's different. And so I'm becoming that version of me that does not rush into stuff. I listen more, I react less to certain things, and I'm trusting that this is God's perfect timing for me. I'm not waiting for permission to do things. And I am sticking with consistency because I know that's one of the habits that, as I continue to grow, consistency in what I'm doing will show me the results that I need to. And honestly, this version of me feels a little bit more grounded. I'm still figuring it out. It's not finished, but if you feel yourself changing, pay pay attention. It's not something that if something no longer fits, you do not shame yourself for noticing it. Don't. Growth is not rejection. It's just a matter of refining yourself, and be grateful for who you were because you keep that person kept you walking, and right now you're willing to keep walking in a different space. So remember, you're not late, you are just on time. Realizing that alignment that you need to have for yourself. um, like I said, the version of me that I outgrew heading into 2026 is going to be so much more powerful, so much more grounded, have that kind of clarity to know the goals that I want to go after. And I'm so hoping for you too, as you go into 2026 as well, that it is a blessed one. It's more productive. It's for you and your family because that's what you're striving towards. And more than anything else, I wish you wealth, health, and prosperity in 2026. Bye bye, guys. Take care.